Friends and family, what is going on? It is your girl Queen, right? I know it's been a little minute, but the girl be going through things and everything. But if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and press the button down here to subscribe. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about death. Yeah, I know nobody wants to talk about that, but I want to talk about death and dying and why is it that family always gets so crazy when somebody is dying. I don't understand that. So, yeah, we are experiencing a death in the family. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, is passing. Um, she had a stroke maybe about 3 weeks ago, and then she had a heart attack about 3 weeks ago, and then this weekend that just passed, she had a stroke. So, it left her paralyzed. Her throat is paralyzed. She's kind of in bad shape. So we are aware that she's passing, and we have time to prepare for that. But um, my family, my aunties, oh my God, are crazy right now. Like, oh, what can I say? My mom has been taking care of my grandmother for about 10 years. Her and her dude moved in with my grandma about 10 years ago. So they have been taking care of my grandma all this time. My aunties, well, a couple of them have seen my grandma like the last couple of years, but then there are those that have not visited her in the last couple of years. And when my mom was bringing her home from the hospital, I'm sorry, I keep moving around. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get stable here. It's just not working. Okay. So anyway, yeah, my grandmother. So my mom brought her home from the hospital. She was in the hospital for the weekend, and my mom was in the process of bringing her home where she wanted to be. My grandmother has a DNR, so she does not want to be resuscitated if anything was to happen to her at the hospital. They would not attempt to revive her. She did have a feeding tube for about a week that she was in the hospital, but of course she didn't want that either. So they have removed the feeding tube, and she went home on, I want to say, Wednesday or Thursday. She went home. The ambulance brought her to the house. My aunties were there. Well, one of them, she's been there. She's been there, and her and my mom have been communicating everything. But my other aunties, they have not been communicating with my grandmother. And my grandma was like, when if anything happens to her, then don't even call them unless she's dying. So she has had episodes in the past, but they were unaware of because my grandmother did not want them to know about it because they haven't visited her. They haven't called. They haven't tried to see how she was doing or anything like that. So my mom didn't call. So now the problem is that everybody got beef, basically, and all the beef is with my mom and her boyfriend. And my thing is this: my mom has been taking care of my grandmother. None of my aunties have come to try to relieve my mom, to help her, to do anything like that, to so she can get a break and travel or go on a vacation and do what she needs to do. But they have been living their life and doing what they want to do. Now my grandmother has 5 girls. Wait. Yeah, my grandmother has 5 girls, and 4 of them, of course, including my mom, is the fifth one. But none of the other ones, they have not tried to come visit her or see her or anything like that. So when my mom called them because she knew, it was serious this time, um, everybody went up to the hospital, when everybody want to say what they want to say and had their input on everything, but they have no idea of what is really has already been arranged, and my everybody has beef against my mother's boyfriend. Let me just say that everybody is just kind of upset with him, even though he has nothing to do with any of this, and he like I said, he's been helping take care of my grandma. So he said he feels about her like he feels about his mom, and I can appreciate that, and I can understand that because like I said, it has been about 10 years that he's been there with her. So now Everybody got beef. We was on Facebook for a minute. I posted. I went online and I saw that. Um, well, when they brought my grandmother home, there was two of my aunties was there. Well, three of them was there, but the third one, she's kind of she's not really in the mess. She understands what my mom and my grandmother had already arranged or whatever, so that's not a problem with her. But my other two aunties, and one of them brought a friend of hers. And this bitch don't have no input on nothing, but of course she's woofing shit. She's talking like she's part of the family and everything. So they get into it, whole big old thing or whatever. Now two of my aunties and the friend, or they're like the next day, then they were on Facebook like, oh well, thanks to my evil sister, I can't see my mom passing, and can't say goodbye to my mom or that sort of thing. But my thing is, my mom never said that you couldn't you couldn't see her, you couldn't visit her, okay? But I can appreciate how my mom feel, because you guys haven't been here, especially like the last 3 or 4 years. Nobody has been there but my mother and my sister. My sister helps my mom take care of my grandmother. She lives out here with me, but she does travel back and forth, when my mom needs her. So she was there a couple of months ago for like 3 months, because my mom actually had back surgery. Now, mind you, my mom is older too. She's in her 60s, and she has a bad back. So it's a lot of things that needs to be done that she wasn't able to do. So my sister went out there to assist her with. So now, we come to this point. And like I said, everybody there on Facebook, talking shit about my mom. Thanks to my evil sister, I can't see my mom passing and all this other stuff. So, I being offended, I went on Facebook too, and I didn't really cuss anybody out or anything like that. But basically, I just told them, how are you going to go? You want to go see your mom, which is fine and dandy, but how are you going to go to the person that has been taking care of your mother for the last 10 years with an attitude and being disrespectful? You know what I'm saying? Yelling and talking shit and all that. No, you don't do that. You need to swallow whatever, every little pride you got, bite your tongue, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to your damn self until you leave or whatever. Then you go outside and you vent about that. But you don't come up in my mom's house, and it is my mom's house. My grandmother's leaving it to her. You don't come up in there talking shit to my mom and her dude when all they've been doing, been doing is taking care of my grandmother. So that got to be, the police were called, and it just got real ugly and everything. So yeah, so I said what I had to say on Facebook, and I was just basically, you crazy, because and would nobody stop me from seeing my mom if she was passing. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? If I got to swallow my pride, roll it up, tuck it away, whatever the hell I need to do, then that's what I'm going to do, because I'll be damned if I wouldn't be seeing my mother. And that's basically, what I said on Facebook, and told them that they were very disrespectful, and they came foul. Shit, basically, you came foul, you got a foul response. What the hell you want? So yeah, then my other auntie, she lives out of town, and now mind you, my mother, my mother and this auntie has no, she's like the black sheep of the family. Let me just put it that way. So nobody really has a good relationship with her. So she's been calling and calling and calling and harassing my mother, saying that she wants to come down there and everything. And she was coming down there. She's supposed to be here on Wednesday. It's now Friday. That she was coming down there and everything. And my mom was like, fine, you can come, whatever, but you can't stay here, basically. So if you come in, I hope you got somewhere to stay. And she's like, I hope you got somewhere to stay, stay where you've been staying, because my auntie has traveled out here. She lives in Texas, and she has traveled out here several times before, not visiting my grandmother, but, people knew she was in LA, and she didn't go visit my grandmother either. So my mom is basically like, stay, you can come, and you can see your mom, but you can't stay here. You can't spend the night here, basically, is the thing. And hell, it is what it is, because my mother doesn't trust my auntie, and basically nobody trusts her, really. So, yeah, that is what that is. So, oh Lord, it's just terrible. It's just all this back and forth, and on Facebook and everything. And I said what I had to say, and then my auntie went on my sister's page, and she's like, oh well, Nicole, if you listening to your auntie so and so, then you wrong. And she said you were home, what she say, something to the fact that my sister was a homosexual and I'm bisexual, and all this other stuff. So I did one more response. I'm sorry, I couldn't I had to respond to that, and then I said what I said. And I was basically like, what the hell does my sexuality? I'm not gonna, uh, um, I'm not going to deny or confirm that because it's irrelevant. It has nothing to do with the situation. You know what I'm saying? Me and my sister's sexuality has nothing to do with my grandmother dying, regardless if it's true or if it's false. You know what I'm saying? Why are you being and to me? And I basically said that's juvenile behavior because your mother is laying up dying, and you worried about who I'm fucking? Really? You worried about who I'm sleeping with? Yeah. So yeah, I said that too, and basically, it was what it was. I didn't argue. I didn't disrespect nobody. I didn't call her out a name, but I did say what I said. You know, I was saying I'm so glad we were able to make it down there on Christmas when she wanted us to come. Just in case we don't get down there, we don't. We're not able to get down there anymore. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this here because that was my mom calling right now, and hopefully, like I was saying, there wasn't no more BS. Hopefully, it ain't nothing else going on down there because they don't know my sister down there. My sister a rough rider. She, boy, and I'm saying, something like I said, my mom hurt her back and she fell the other day because she was so stressed, about them going over there with that bullshit. And I'm like, me and my sister like, okay, y'all better calm the fuck down, okay? Because if something happened to my mama, something gonna happen to everybody, and that's just it is what it is. So like I'm saying, you ain't gotta kiss nobody ass, but just go over there, and, calmly without an attitude. Shut the fuck up, visit your mom, and get the fuck on. You know what? And shoot, it is what it is, I guess. So I'm about to get off here. I'm going to see what Mama want. Oh, like I said, hopefully it ain't no bad news. Hopefully my grandma's not gone, and hopefully yet, and hopefully it's not, no bullshit over there with her sisters. So we're gonna see what's happening with that, and I will get back to you guys later. So anyway, thank you for listening to me vent because that's all this has been is a venting video, huh? But yeah, y'all see all this gray hair. Anyway, yeah, so, thank you for listening to me vent and do it is what it is, and we're going to see how it go, and, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and press subscribe down there and subscribe to your channel, support your girl, and this is Queen Right, once again, holla at your girl, holla back, peace, I'm gone. Ain't no recent shit, my grandma did this many years ago, and it is what it is. You take that and you deal with it. I don't understand what the problem is. So, we're gonna see how this play out. The last couple of days, it hasn't been no bullshit. So we'll see what happened. We'll see how this gonna work. We thought, and my mom always said, she said that was gonna be her sister was just gonna be crazy. Get crazy when grandma passed, but grandma not even dead yet. Damn, can she go in peace? I mean, can you go over there peacefully and visit your mom and spend time with your mom and say what you need to say before she's gone? Don't just be, I mean, shit. I'm not saying kiss nobody ass. I'm not telling nobody to kiss ass, but it's a difference between kissing ass and shutting the fuck up, and that's just it is what it is. So go over there, shut the fuck up. Don't be displaying no attitude, talking down to people and all that stuff, and visit your mom and take your ass home. It's really that damn simple, but I guess it's not. So, and like I said, I'm going to try to get down there this weekend, and hopefully it ain't going to be no bullshit when I get there, because I really ain't in the mood for it. You know what I'm saying? I really am not. This is my last grandma I'm losing. My last one, my paternal grandmother, she died a couple of years ago. And now my maternal grandmother, she's passing right now. And of course my great grandmothers have been gone a long time ago, and this is my kids, they great grandmother. And she's going, so we don't want to hear that. And I'm just so glad that we were able to make it down there to on